Number one Ibble Dibble here. Hello friends, welcome back. I think today's video is my last video on Megan's failings in Nigeria. Thank you so much for enduring with me. I'd like to open today's video with a quote from Hunter S. Thompson. In a world of thieves, the only sin is stupidity. In that spirit, let's mock Megan's old, dried up, a little brown, I guess, but only on the outside word salad. Sorry, Nigeria, no Heinz salad cream today. We're going to need vinaigrette to disinfect this shit. In my last video, we mocked Megan tossing Nigerian women leader word salad. If you haven't seen it, card above, link in the description box. In this video, we will be talking about the peach speech and the naming ceremony. First up, what she was saying when she went to visit school children in her naked dress. Try not to laugh as these subject matter experts and renowned thinkers on mental health speak.
Even on the hardest days or darkest days, everything is a pillar of your strength by each of you being here. Your teachers see that in you and we see that in you.
These are school children. They have English teachers who wish for them to learn and use proper grammar. Could you not?
And interestingly,
cue boring made-up self-congratulatory anecdote.
So our daughter Lily, she's much tinier than you guys. She's about to turn 3. And a few weeks ago, she looked at me and she could just see the reflection in my eyes and she goes, "Mama, I see me in you."
No, she didn't. Again, Lily is 2. To quote an article from Raising Children Network, quote, "At around 2 years, your toddler will start to put 2 to 3 words together. For example, red apple or I go up. By 3 years, they'll be able to use sentences with 3 or more words. For example, mummy get in car or me go too." End quote. Also, just conceptually, when was the last time you saw your reflection, literally saw your reflection, in someone else's eyes? I can't recall noticing that once in my life. Literally never, not once. What a bizarre supposition for Megan to put forward. I think it's actually an insight into the depths of her narcissism. The only way she can endure the prolonged, creepy eye contact she thinks a conversation partner reads as genuine interest is to literally look for her own image in their eyes. She's not making eye contact to better gauge a listener's or speaker's mood and tone like a sympathetic human. She's looking for her lines in your lens, like you're a safety deposit box with a biometric lock.
Now she was talking really literally, but I hung on to those words in a very different way.
There she goes again, imagining the wrong and or contrived interpretations and interpolations she makes as a narcissist are superior to the obvious conclusions us normies draw because we can actually detect maturity and tone 99% of the time when speaking to someone face to face.
I thought, yes, I do see me and you see me and you, but as I look around this room, I see myself in all of you as well.
Let me throw a wild idea at you. You can learn a lot from people that are nothing like you and even come to love and respect them. I know it's crazy. Just try it sometime. YOLO.
There is no need to suffer in silence. Just make sure that you are taking care of yourselves, and that begins with your mental health by really talking about whatever is coming up for you.
Sometimes there is a need for silence. For example, I think if I worked for H&M, I'd likely be wearing noise-canceling headphones much of the day. As many have mentioned before, being out as gay could be very dangerous. Being too bold or sexually curious as a girl could be very dangerous. Some of these kids will need to be quite secretive until they are adults who can hopefully escape their situation. Stay safe, kids. Harry stayed on message saying,
"And there is no shame to be able to acknowledge that today is a bad day. Okay? That you woke up this morning feeling sad, that you left school feeling stressed."
Do you think part of the reason he barely speaks anymore is because his wife is constantly one-upping him in public? Last event I want to cover, her comments on finally officially being confirmed as Saint Meghan Markle, Our Lady and White Savior, princess of a tribe whose name is literally Arochukwu, Children of God, proclaimed as such by no more or fewer than 3 kings. For anyone new here, yes, I am being sarcastic. I'm well aware that her new title is something closer to lady, certainly not princess or even duchess. This is my absolute favorite because her narcissistic need to be the center of attention at all times is on full display. She wasn't even supposed to give a speech, but she can't help herself. She snatched the mic.
Thank you. Awesome. I know it wasn't planned. I'm very, very grateful. I'm very humbled. And today's Mother's Day. So it feels appropriate that though, of course, we are missing our children, I'm missing my babies, it feels very appropriate to be on the motherland and amongst family. So thank you so much for the kindness and for these beautiful names. I'm very grateful, and we can't wait to come back. Thank you so much.
All right, so just to go back.
The point has been made again and again that if Mother's Day was truly very important to Meghan, she would choose to be with her mother and her children on Mother's Day. If Nigeria was paying for their huge security detail, why not bring Doria and the babies and let them go to museums and parks while mommy and daddy work? They clearly have no problem wasting huge amounts of other people's money. It's because she doesn't like spending time with her kids, does she? She didn't want them there, did she? She didn't want them stealing her attention. And she doesn't want any Nigerian businesses profiting from Sussex promotion they didn't pay for. I feel like Harry is down with jollof and fufu. But even if Megs is not, there is fine dining in Nigeria, there is international cuisine in Nigeria, there are celebrity private chefs in Nigeria. You can buy champagne and celebrate in Nigeria. Apparently, and I don't know whether this is the Ozempic or the xenophobia, she just refused. They had catering, of course, but they also had a private chef on call for the lunches and dinners she attended, and she refused to eat their food. Do you think she's moved on to her pretending to be anorexic to scare Harry, that she's self-destructing in another way similar to Diana phase? Let me know in the comments below. But also, I have a little linguistic quibble. Italy is a motherland, Germany is a fatherland, Thailand is a motherland, India is a fatherland. You guessed it, Nigeria, as sung in their national anthem, is a fatherland, not a motherland. Africa as a continent is a motherland. And of course, you know the big bad motherland to all her little baby colonies, Britain. To be clear, fatherland is supposed to be where your people hail from. Motherland is supposed to be where you yourself were born and raised. This distinction is not commonly known, and they're generally used interchangeably because which term any given country uses is a cultural and/or political artifact or prerogative. It's not a big deal, but it is one of these little faux pas that simply never would have happened had H&M still been real working royals, with substantive, polite speeches written for them by culturally astute courtiers. Instead, she's standing in front of a band babbling over the clang of silverware as people eat dinner like some stand-up comedian on a cruise ship. Isn't it wild that after a packed 72 hours of turning what was ostensibly an Invictus site evaluation into the me again fashion and bullshit whistle stop tour with the real blood prince walking 2 steps behind, collecting her flowers and presents, she still needs attention. She still had to get up while people were eating, ask for the mic twice. The restaurant band had to wait to start their set.
I know it wasn't planned.
Because she still needed more. more attention. This little video is also circulating social media, like the sweet moment Harry kissed Meghan shows they're truly in love. No, Harry was pacifying her because she's a child who still hadn't gotten enough attention. So he had to give this grown 40-something-year-old woman inappropriate PDA to at least try to quell her need for attention enough to get her to sit down. Just look at her face. She's not getting a lot of comfort from Harry. She's still looking at the mic. Just look at this. Does he have to drag her away? Does he need to pull her away with a cane and say, "That's all, folks"? Okay, that's enough for today. Let me know if she said anything horrible I missed. Put it in the comments below. Toodles. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.